So based on the construction of the single phase transformer, these are divided into two types. I am repeating once again, based on construction only we are dividing the transformer, and that's only we are discussing in this unit. But apart from this, so many other types of transformers are there. Based on the number of turns of the primary and secondary, step down and step up transformers are there. And based on the application, distribution transformers are there, power transformers are there. So many other types of transformers are there. But in our basic electrical engineering subject, we are studying only the basic types of the transformer. So based on construction, the single phase transformer in short we can write like this, T by F. Classified as first one core type transformer, and second one shell type transformer. So let us see the first one, core type transformer. So based on construction, that means these two transformer has a difference in construction. So based on that only we are calling it as core type transformer and shell type transformer. So what are those differences in this core type and shell type transformers? This core type has two limbs and two yokes. This is the core. So how many vertical portions are there? Limb is nothing but vertical portion of the core. We call it as limb. So we have this vertical portion and this vertical portion. So two limbs are there for this core type transformer. Next, two yokes. Yokes means horizontal portion of the core is called yoke. This is the horizontal portion of the top and bottom portions are the horizontal portion. So these we have two again. So yoke is nothing but horizontal portion of the core. So this core type transformer has two limbs and two yokes. And second point, both these limbs, that means vertical portions, have windings. We will wound the winding on these limbs. Both the limbs are provided with winding. This limb consists of winding and this limb also consists of winding. So the function of limb is to carry the windings and the function of this yoke is to carry the flux. This is primary winding and this is secondary winding. If you give supply to this, current will circulate and due to that current, flux will pass through this core. So both the limbs are having winding. and how that winding is surrounded. That means on the top of core or core surrounds the winding. So in this core type transformer, if you see this figure, on the top of core we are winding the winding. That means core is covered by the winding. That means winding is the outer part and inner part is core. So core is covered by the winding, or winding surrounds the core. And the last one in this construction, in core type transformer, we have two windings, primary winding and secondary winding. So in any type of transformer, these two windings will be there, but the type of winding, how we are wounding, on which type you are wounding, that will be differ. So in this core type transformer, interleaved winding and concentric winding will be adopted. So what are those we will discuss? In core type transformer, interleaved concentric winding. So this type of winding is used in the core type transformer. So these are the some of the points about this core type transformer. Now let us see what is this interleaved winding and concentric winding. Interleaved winding means, why we are using this winding is to reduce the magnetic leakage flux. To reduce the leakage flux, we will use the interleaved winding. That means each winding is divided into two parts. That means primary winding will be divided into two parts and secondary winding will also divide into two parts. And one part will be on one limb and another part will be on the other limb. Suppose primary has two parts, assume it as P1 and P2. And secondary winding will also be divided into two parts, S1, S2. Now this P1 and S1 will be on one limb, both will be on one limb, and P2, S2 will be on one limb. So that type of winding is called interleaved winding. We have a core. Now the winding. See, this is P1, one part of the primary winding, and other part will be connected on the second limb. This is P2. Next, S1. P1, S1 both will be connected on the one limb. What it means? When two wires I am indicating like this, what it indicates? Anyone know about it? Suppose if I draw the two wires like this, means these two are joining at this point. Suppose if I draw these two wires, means they are not connecting one upon other, but they are not connected. Now this is your S2. This is S1. So one part of primary and one part of secondary will be connected on this limb, and one part of primary and one part of secondary is connected on this limb. So this type of winding is called interleaved winding. This is used to reduce the leakage flux. Anyway, these are all you can study in detail in the electrical machines. Again, you will study these transformers topics. I'm not going in depth. Next one, concentrated winding or concentric winding. So this interleaved winding is used to reduce the leakage flux. So the transformer leakage flux means it is not the useful flux, it is wasting. So we have to reduce that one. There should not be any leakage. Just like a water. If water is leaking means that is unnecessarily wasting. We are not using. So we have to reduce it. The same way this flux is also, which is not useful to us. It is going as a waste. So we have to reduce that leakage flux. For that we will use this interleaved winding. Concentric winding is used to reduce the insulation requirement. See, whenever you are connecting this wires, primary and secondary, there is a insulation between those two. And on the top of the core, we are winding that winding. So on the top of that also you have some insulation. So to reduce that insulation requirement, this concentric winding will be used. So how this winding will be? Again in this also we have the core. See this one, assume this as the winding. First one on top of the core. So readily after the core, the first winding is LV winding. That means low voltage winding. So transformer means we have two voltages. One is 230 or one is 110. One will be high voltage and one will be low voltage. So low voltage winding will be connected near to the transformer, so near to the core. So thereby always insulation will be based on the rating of voltage. If voltage is high, more amount of insulation will be required. If voltage is less, less amount of insulation will be required. So you are connecting the winding after the core means there must be some insulation between this winding and the core. Suppose if you want LV winding on top of the core first, then the insulation requirement will become less. Why? Because it is a low voltage. Next, after the low voltage, connect this high voltage winding. We are using interleaved winding only. Interleaved means part of HV and LV. We are connecting both primary and secondary on this limb, and here also both primary and secondary on another limb. So again, first we will connect this LV winding to the core. Then on top of the LV winding, we will want HV winding to reduce the insulation requirement. And this type of winding is called concentric winding. Do you understand? Okay. And again here also on the second limb also we have the same thing. First LV winding and next HV winding will be connected. This one is HV, this one is LV. So interleaved winding is used to reduce the leakage flux, and concentric winding is used to reduce the insulation requirement. So these two types of windings are used in case of core type transformer. And one more point in this core type transformer, these core type transformers are used for high voltage transformers. High voltage means whatever the transformers we are seeing outside, those are all core type transformer. The type of transformer is core. So this is the application of the transformer. So these are used for high voltage applications. Not only the outside transformers, we can see the small transformers inside some equipment. మీరు ఎప్పుడన్నా చూసారో లేదో, చిన్న చిన్న ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్స్ ఉంటాయి పాత వాటిలైతే రేడియోస్లో, ఇంతకుముందు టీవీస్లో కూడా ఉంటాయి, చిన్న ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో దోస్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మర్స్ are not core type transformer. Why? Because they will work on low voltage. So those are not core type transformer. Whatever the transformers we are seeing outside, those are the core type transformer. And next one, shell type transformer. So shell type transformer consists of, in core type, the first point is it consists of 2 limbs and 2 yokes. So now this shell type consists of 3 limbs and 2 yokes. And the windings, in core type, the windings are placed on both the limbs. On the 2 limbs, we will connect the winding. But in case of shell type transformer, all the windings, both primary and secondary, are placed on central limb. Windings are placed only on the central limb. And in core type transformer, windings cover the core. That means on top of the core, we want the winding. Now here, the outer part will be core and we can't see those windings. But for core type, outer thing is the winding. Here windings covered by core. Now let us see how it will look like. This is the total core of this shell type transformer. If you see this picture, it consists of three limbs. That means three vertical portions are there. This is one vertical portion, and this is second vertical portion, and this is third vertical portion. So it consists of three limbs. Vertical portion is nothing but the limb. Now horizontal portion. This is one horizontal portion and this is one horizontal portion, and top and bottom. So only two yolks are there. So number of limbs are 3 and number of yolks are 2. And windings are placed on the central limb. So we have the primary winding and secondary winding. So those two are placed on the central limb. So let us assume this is primary winding and this is secondary winding. Both will be wounded on the central limb. Now if you look at this picture, the entire part, outer part is a core and inner part is a winding. So that's why windings are covered by the core in this shell type transformer. But in case of core type transformer, core covered by the winding. Here winding covered by the core. And one more thing here. So whenever you give supply to this primary winding, so current will pass through it, and due to that current, flux will be produced. And now that flux, whatever the produced flux here, that has two paths to flow through the core. At this point, the flux is divided into two halves. One half of the flux will flow through this limb and another half of the flux will flow through this limb. So the flux has two paths. One half of the flux will flow in one limb and another half of the flux will flow in the another limb. But the entire total flux will flow through the central limb. But in case of core type transformer, is there any two paths for the flow of flux for core type transformer? Whatever the flux produced due to the current in the primary winding, the total flux will pass through the core and links with the secondary. That means it is not dividing. So the flux has only one path to flow in the core. But in case of shell type transformer, the flux has two paths to flow in the core. At this point, it is dividing and it has two paths. One half of the flux will flow through this and one half of the flux will flow in this direction. So the flux flowing in the shell type transformer has two paths, but in case of core type transformer has only one path. And this shell type transformer application where we use this. This is used in case of low voltage applications. That means in all electronic circuits, if any transformer is there and that transformer is shell type transformer. And in our labs also we have transformers. To perform some test, we will use transformers, and those transformers are also shell type transformer. Why? Because those will also work on the low voltage only. So these are the differences or the constructional details of shell type and core type transformer. So this is very, very important. What are the differences between the shell type and core type transformer? You may get the question like that. Then you have to explain all these things.